because my leg hurts. And the first indicator to me was I got somebody posted like a meme in one of my groups on Facebook. I think it was my Our Revolution Southern California group, right? Then my one of my top volunteers called me because she calls me whenever there's big breaking news like this. At least in the progressive community. I don't know that this is necessarily breaking news for anybody else, but so Dr. Cornell West is going to be, maybe this is why I have an uptick in spam comments. Dr. Cornell West is going to be running on the People's Party platform for president. So we briefly talked about this. And the thing is, they don't have ballot access, for one. Um, they don't have ballot access. For two, they, even if there was going to be debates, which there are not going to be any debates this year for the Democratic Party, he would not be able to participate in those debates as an activist candidate to advance the issues because he's not running as a Democrat. So he would not be invited to any Democratic debate primary type activities, right? But, like, let's say that they advance him as their general party candidate, which they probably will, right? Because this is a marketing scheme. This is another grift to raise money for Nick Brana and his dad, basically, who have cleaned house something like 3 or 4 times so far, um, and have allowed racism to exist in their Slack channel. They have also been offensive towards the disabled community because I have various activist contacts who have complained about these things who were participating in the movement for the People's Party, right? And basically, like, a lot of us were asking everybody who was on the celebrity panel, why are you still participating with this group when it's very clearly a fundraising grift that just provides profit for Nick Brana and his dad, right? Or so I've been told. Um, I feel really sorry for the dude because, like, he's throwing away his reputation, right? He's totally throwing. I know that y'all think that this is somehow the way to create like a third party. You're not going to create a third party by lifting up an organization that's created uh, by one dude and his dad to make money, because, like, they don't have any sort of elections. Like, if if Nick Brana got challenged in some level of election for leadership of that organization, it would at least give it some level of legitimacy. But there's also no ballot access. They don't have ballot access. So he's not even going to be on the ballot. Even if he was to get beyond the primaries, which he probably will, because it's not like they have anybody else running for People's Party. And that's how primaries go, is you're running for your party nomination, right? So even if, which he probably will, he advances through the primaries, he won't be invited to the general debate stage because he's not going to have the kind of percentage necessary to actually qualify to get on the debate stage with Biden and whoever the Republican nominee ends up being. So what's the point? Because if it was something where you're trying to get on the primary debate stages, then you can actually bring forward those workers' issues, workers' rights issues, things like that, and at least get your point across that there are certain things that need to happen. And also, you would probably get some airtime on like CNN and MSNBC, which, by the way, it's weird to me that they're even given they have given Marianne Williamson interviews on these channels. And I think it's probably related to the fact that I think they got highly criticized during the 2016 cycle for not giving Bernie enough airtime. But none of these other candidates are even remotely close to Bernie. And Dr. Cornell West would be. He would be close to Bernie, except that he's not running as a Democrat. He's running on People's Party. So basically, he's trying to put forward the idea of starting a third party, but the third party that he's representing is a grift. They don't have free and fair elections within their organization. If they did, Nick Brana would not still be at the top of it. Period. So that's what's happening right now. I'm getting phone calls about it, and this isn't going to go anywhere, you guys. It's not going anywhere.